Very good morning, dear student. Let's say today's in the particular Python Panda programming, the data visualization with a matplotlib with a graphical representation. In this particular graphical representation, we have a scattered graph. So since we have a scattered graph, the different pattern of scattered graph that we find, that all these particular different type of scattered graph as we are using it, and as we are making this particular scattered graph, and we have seen it the different type of scattered graph. So let's see what are the program there with a matplotlib and data structures or data frame. It is there with us for today. So first program, see here, today we have a first program of a bar graph, isn't it? So scattered graph, we have seen it in a different program. Now we have a bar graph. In this particular bar graph, what is there? First we need to see how the program has been constructed, then we will see the output. So program, what we find it is a very simpler way that we have constructed the particular program. First I have import here the matplotlib and pyplot. So matplotlib and pyplot mean matplot is a library function. This particular library function, under that what we have here or what we have called here is a pyplot system. Okay. So as we have called here a pyplot system, pyplot is another sub library function that we have called it here. So as we have called this particular those two different type of functions, so after we call this different pattern of functions, what we can find it, what we can see it here, that we have an y-axis and x-axis. And y-axis, what I have given, see I have given here three values. Okay, 20, 50 and 20. And x-axis, I have said that range and range, what range than the length. First it will take a range variable, that means from 0 to 20, 0 to 50 total range it will going to do. Then length of an y-axis, what is the length of it. So based on that the calculation will be done, and what we find it, that plt dot bar, that means we are doing here a bar graph. So plt dot bar x-axis comma y-axis, width is what, width of the each axis 0.5 and color is orange, isn't it? So this is what we can find it, that we are having the different pattern or different structures that we are using them, and we are working with it. Okay, so this is the particular pattern, this is the particular structures that we are making, this is the particular structures that we are framing, and framing this particular structures, framing this particular pattern, we are initializing that how we can make the particular structures to be workable. So as you find it, that here in this particular area, what we have, the structure, for creating the structure of a graph, I have called here what, matplotlib. Okay. So as I have called here the matplotlib function, in this particular matplotlib function, basically what it will going to do, that it is a part of your Python system. So as it is a part of a Python system, in this particular part of Python system, what we can find, that we are importing the different types or different pattern of what, different patterns of the structures that we are constructing here. Okay, we are constructing here. So what is the thing that we are constructing here? We are constructing here one graph. So for that graph, what is our requirement? Our requirement is a pyplot. So pyplot, then how we have called this particular pyplot, how we have implemented this particular pyplot. So we have seen it that this particular pyplot has been called as PLT. So PLT is the name, PLT is the particular name that has been defined by whom? Defined by us? No, it has been given by the Python itself. So as it has been given by the Python itself, we can see it, we can find it that we are using this particular structure, we are making this particular structures, and as we are working with this particular structure, there we can find, there we can see that how this particular structures will going to be implemented. Okay, so this is the particular phenomenon, this is the this is the particular phenomena that we can find it, that when we are constructing these particular structures, when we are constructing this particular part, so each of this particular part or each of this particular section that we are constructing here, we are making it here, we see it and we find it that there are the different pattern of the structures that we can design, isn't it? There is a different pattern of the structures that we can design. So when we are designing this, when we are making this particular pattern, in this particular pattern what we find, what we see, that there in this particular structures we have given, first I have given here what, y-axis. Okay, so as I have given here the y-axis, this y-axis, what I have given some values. What is the value? 20, 50, 20. So as I am giving this particular value there, in this particular value what we are doing it here, what we are finding it here, we are seeing that what are the x-axis, that the range that we are making it. Okay, so x-axis, then what we have done, we have called here two functions, not a single one function, two function. One is a range, one is a length. Okay, first it will calculate the what is the length of the x-axis. So length of what it will going to do, length of means length of an y-axis it will going to calculate. So as it calculate the length of an y-axis, based on the length, then it is finding out a range. Okay, so that particular range that we can see, that particular range that we can find it, that we will going to have a different type of range that we are working with it. Okay, so range means what is a range? That means 20 is the lowest number and 50 is the highest number. That means from 20 to 50 it will take a different type of values and it will find out the range of it, isn't it? So when it will going to find out those different pattern of values, those different pattern of the structures, so each and every structures what is there, each and every part what is there, that we will going to organize it and we will going to make this particular structure, isn't it? As we are making these structures, as we are constructing these structures, we find it, then what we have called it here, we have called it here that PLT dot bar. PLT dot bar, PLT dot bar means what, because we are constructing here a bar graph, therefore we are seeing that what is the PLT bar will going to have. So what we see that PLT bar will going to have, that we are taking x-axis and we are taking y-axis. Now one more thing that has been given it here, that is the width. What is the width? Width is 0.5. So as the width is 0.5, another thing that we have given it here, that is the color. Color is what? Color is an orange. So this is how we can find it, that the constructions that is there, that constructions has been done to create the particular graph. So when we are creating the particular graph, you can see here, you can find it here, that there is an PLT.show. PLT.show for what purpose? PLT.show for showing the particular graph, the values that has been given there. Okay, so different values has been given there, and based on this different value what we can find it, that we will going to construct it and we will going to make this. Okay, so this is how we can construct the particular graph. Let us see what will be the output of it. So see here in this graph what happened, that based on the different values, that what I said, the range it has taken from 0 to 50, the range has been taken, and based on that particular range you can see here, that it has plotted the different values, and as it has plotted the different value, based on that, first the thing is 20, then is 50, then again is 20. So based on that the different range it has been taken, and taking that particular range, it has calculated the value, and based on that, as we have given the color is what we have given it an orange color. So the color has become orange, and see here the particular pattern of a bar graph is in front of us. So this is what we can see, this is what we can find it here, that we have a different type of bar graph, and we are constructing those different pattern of bar graph to be implemented and to be worked with. Okay, so this is what the bar graph is, as per depending on the information information or depending on the data of the x and depending on the data of y that has been given, because x value we have given it, and in y we have used the two things. One is a length, one another is a range. That means both the length and range, when we have combined it, we can find it, this particular output will be formed and constructed. Okay, so let us see the next program what is there. Now let's see the another program. What is the another program is there? Here you can find it, that import numpy as np. So as we are importing the numpy as np, here we have imported the two library files. So these two library files is what, that first library files that I have called here is a numpy. Okay, so as I have called here the numpy has been called how? Numpy has been called here as an np. And next what we can find here, next we can find here that we have called here the matplotlib. Okay, so we have called here a matplotlib, and under the matplotlib another library file has been called, that is a pyplot. So there are the two main important file we have called here. One is a numpy and one is a matplotlib, and under the matplotlib we have called here a pyplot. Now see here, I have taken some variable. This variable name I have given objects. Here I have given the name of some program like Python, C++, Java, Perl, Scale, Lisp. Okay, so and what you have given the y pos that will going to np.arrange length of the object. Okay, then y axis we are writing here y pos, that parameters of the particular y. After we find it that here we are giving some parameters, there you can see it, that what is the parameter 10 8 6 4 2 1. Okay, so there is a bar function that we are having for the horizontal bar. So plt bar h, bar h, bar h is for what? Drawing the horizontal bar. Okay, this is for drawing the horizontal bar. Why? Y pos, that means since it is an horizontal bar, so we are not saying y axis, we are saying here y pos, the possible length, that np arrange dot length of the object that it will going to take. Okay, then per we are taking the second of that means this is our y axis, and this is the x axis has been considered, this is x axis, this is y axis, as it has been considered it here. And after it has been considered it there, what we can find it here, that align equals to center. That means how the alignment will be done? Alignment will be done in a center, and when we find this particular alignment has been done, after the alignment has been done, what we have? We have a color is red. Okay, then plt dot x level. What is the x level? X level is an user. X level name I have given it as an user, and title has been given, and the plt show has been given. So in this particular area, in this particular part, what you can find it, see the thing very minutely. In this particular area, first and foremost is there that I have called here the numpy, because we have a maximum utilization of the numpy here. Therefore numpy has been called here. There are the different type of things that we will going to include, due to which we have called the numpy here. Okay, and after we have called the numpy here, one thing that we cannot miss anyhow in any pattern, we cannot miss it, that is in the matplotlib. Okay, so matplotlib, we are calling the matplotlib. Under the matplotlib function, what we are calling it here, we are calling the pyplot. So pyplot is been called here as what? As a plt. So as we are calling these two things, as we are calling these two library function, we can find it, this two library function will going to work in a various way, and it will going to show us and it will going to construct the graph that has been given here. So why what the first thing has been taken? Objects. Okay, first thing has been taken objects. In the objects, you see there are the character variable I have taken. So as I have taken those character variables, these the particular character variables, what we are including it here, what we find it here, that particular character variables will going to be implemented here. Okay, now I have given here y pos. What is the pos? Pos, the parameters that we are taking, np dot arrange, a range will be taken. What? Length of what? Object. Okay, that means originally what we find, we will find that there are the datas are there. So without the data means what pattern of data that we can find it here. The data is that particular type of data. Generally we use the numeric data, but here you are seeing that there is a character data has been given. So since we are using the character data, this particular character data, that what we have done, we are using np.pos. We have written here the possible frame that we can construct. Okay, so as we can construct it, as we can make this particular structure, what we find it in this particular structures or in this particular part, that there we have an arrange, there we have a particular arrangement. And what is that particular arrangement is that that in this particular area or in this particular pattern, that we are constructing or we are making the data to be worked in a certain form or in a certain pattern. Okay, so as we are constructing and as we are making them to be worked in a certain pattern, there we can see, there we can find it that we are making the structures and we are working with these particular structures. Okay, so as we are working with these particular structures, there what we have called here that plt dot bar h. Bar h means what? Bar graph will be drawn in an horizontal phase. Okay, bar h is a function. This particular function helps to draw the bar graph in the horizontal phase. So as we can design this particular thing, we see it here that ypos we have called here. That means under the ypos what we find, the length has been given. Okay, the length has been given. Then pre means those the value of predefined format has been given it here. Then alignment, how the align will be done, alignment will be in a center position, center field, and the color has been specified. Color is what? R. So we have given the name as the particular plt.x level. What is the name? Name is an user. So there is a title has been specified, as you have seen it in the scattered graph, in the line graph, in a plain bar graph. We have used those all these things. So this is the particular thing that we have constructed and we have made. Then plt.show. So what will going to show here? Let us have this particular structures and later see what is the output that it can design it for us. So dear student, now see the output. In this output you can see here that you have here the horizontal way the particular pattern is been executed. Okay, so this the particular pattern has been executed in the horizontal way. In this particular horizontal form, what we find it, see here those the values what has been given based on that what it has calculated. That means when we are taking the value from those the languages, different languages, so name language name, because x-axis y-axis, what is the language name? Based on it, it has demarked it the different areas. Okay, so as it has demarked it on the different area, that means based on that particular value what is their ASCII code has been converted, and that particular thing has been converted into the numerical form, and based on this numerical form what we can find it that our horizontal graph has been drawn. So this is how you can find it, that we can design the horizontal graph and we can make the implementation of the horizontal graph also, isn't it? So this is the horizontal graph what we can represent and what we can design. Based on this particular horizontal graph what we can find it that our output has been done. So what we have used there, we have used their pos means what? That the values of this particular Python, I have written their Python, then C++, all these things, so they has been converted into a numerical format. Okay, so they has been converted into the numerical format. As they has been converted into the numerical format, so those the numerical structures we can find, those the numerical structures that we can see, that particular numerical structures will be implemented, and based on these numerical structures we have a different type of data. We are implementing the different form of our data. So as we are implementing those different patterns and different form of the data, they are being utilized and they are being designed here in this particular form. Okay, so those the things has been designed in a particular form. So as they are designing in this particular form, they will going to execute and they will going to make the different type of changes and different type of format that we are using it, and we are making the particular structures. Okay, so we are making those particular structures. As we are making those particular structures, each and every structures, they has got certain pattern, they has got a certain pattern of values, and those the certain pattern of values what is there, what we are implementing it there, that each and every structural form, each and every structural part is been utilized and is been devised in this particular way. Okay, so today I am ending my session here. Thank you all.